welcome back. Today we are going to see if the Kioti CK3510 can pull a tree down. So here's how the story goes. When we first bought the house, we had two big live pine trees out in the front yard lining the road, along with a bunch of other bushes and stuff. So when we were cleaning them up, we took all the bushes out and I trimmed up the bottom 3 or 4 feet or so of the trees, and apparently it killed them. So 2 years ago, one of them fell down in a windstorm and it took up the root ball and everything. And the other one, the top 10 feet or so, blew off of it a couple of, I don't know, a couple months ago maybe. So it's unsafe. I don't want it falling in the road, so we're going to try to take it down. And since we're going to take it down, might as well see if we can pull it over with the tractor and a chain. And if we can't, we're going to cut it down, because one way or another it's going to come down. So stick around. So there's the dead pine tree with the top missing off of it. I'm going to try to hook onto it up in the middle somewhere, but today we're going to hook the tractor up, some chains, and try to get it down with the help of my crew. Well, I did have to make a cut, so it didn't come out like I wanted it to, but we'll clean that up. We'll probably be able to grind that out, burn it out. But it is down. Now I'm just going to limb it, cut it up into pieces. I'll take the bucket off the front of the tractor and put the grapple on it, and I'll come over and grab all this stuff and hopefully make quick work of it. So if you have one of these Land Pride grapples, it's got the little kick down levers here on the side for when you store it, but they don't work too well if you don't put them up while you're using it. So now this one has been down. I drug it. Now I got to take it apart and fix it so I can put it back together. See, hopefully it'll work again, but we'll see. I'm not going to tape that though. And hopefully, if you're as lucky as I am, you have a wife whose back is good and can help get all this stuff stacked up for you. I probably shouldn't have done any of it, but I'm a little bit stubborn. The little guy wants to help. So there we go. There's a whole tree down. It's been about an hour maybe from start to finish. A couple other things I want to show you and we'll call it a day. All right, pulled the tractor in, started looking at the bracket that comes down, and I did get it fixed. It was fairly simple. Just had to take it out, 14 millimeter bolt, and then plate inside. That's a 13 millimeter, just a spring. So what had happened was, you can see where it got stuck down in this groove, and it had bent it. So I just smacked it with a hammer a couple times, flattened it back out. Everything worked. So no harm, no foul, but something to keep an eye out for when if you have one of these. One last thing I'd like to show you about the tractor. We have a 10-foot wide driveway, and I can turn around in the driveway without ever touching the grass, and I just think that's amazing as far as turn radius goes for the size of the tractor. So I'm gonna turn around here real quick and get it ready to go in the barn and show you just how easy it can be. All right, so there you have it. Tractor wasn't able to pull that tree down with the root ball and all. I really didn't think it was going to. The roots are just too good still on it. The limbs were all dead, but it still got some life on the inside. After we cut it up, you could already see it the sap starting to come out of it. But the tractor, I think, did great. There's a couple things that I did like, a couple things that I don't like after the first time that we got to use it. Four-wheel drive worked great. I already talked about the grapple and that I broke it, but then I fixed it. Let's see, a couple things I wish I would have already that I don't. I wish I had some bolt-on or weld-on hooks on the bucket, because I had to wrap the chain all the way around it, which took up an extra 5 feet of chain that could get me further out of the way of the tree. I knew it wasn't going to fall anywhere close to me on that one, but a bigger tree might have. And as you've seen, every time I put my front third function hoses on, I just get fluid everywhere. I've released pressure, it's off, jiggle the joystick, everything I can do. I don't know if I'm just not fast enough or if that's normal, but every time I do it, I get fluid that leaks out. So if you have any tips on that, put them down in the comment section for me. I would appreciate that. Maybe it's a different fittings, maybe it's my technique, maybe somebody knows a trick that I don't know. The heater almost blew me out of there. It was great to have because it was only 25 degrees outside today. It did start to fog up a little bit, but I read some other comments. I read them or watched them that if you turn on the AC and turn it on to heat, it'll take that humidity out, and it did. So it was great. All that worked perfect. I love the tractor so far. Hopefully we get a lot more outings in it and a lot more work done with it come springtime or summer, or maybe if it snows, we can get out and do some snow removal. As you can see, the tractor picked up that whole tree trunk, I don't know, 20 or 30 foot tall long trunk, and drug it around the side of the house. Didn't even strain it at all, so we cut it up. Speaking of that, big thank you to my wife, who is younger and healthier and her back's in great shape, and she was able to help me move some of those logs. So for all those out there that might say, oh, you're having your wife do all the hard work, kind of am at the moment, but she understands. It's only because of my back. She still gets on me all the time about doing too much. So the little balance there we're trying to work out. Thanks to my daughter for doing most of the camera work today while Sharon was taking care of our nephew and making sure he was safe. And special thanks to my little nephew who had to be in the cab with me most of the time. He loves the tractor, he loves everything we're doing. So it's a whole family affair, what we're doing, which is the whole point of the channel and the things that we're putting out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you want to stick around for more. And if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, like the video, leave some comments. Like I said, tell me what I did good, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I can take it all. I can be subjective on it. And we hope to see you on the next videos.